Hello, good evening, my friends and my countrymen and everybody. This is Jeff 316, and you're welcome to Love DNA 1.0. Thank you for joining me again today. Love DNA seeks to say a few things, little points about love and relationships, and we like to just drop one or two things that we believe will help somebody get something done better. We know that a lot of people are going through mishaps in terms of love relationship. Love's supposed to be sweet, love's supposed to be enjoyable, love relationship supposed to head you somewhere. But we find that a lot of people are heading nowhere. 2, 3, 4 years of relationship and yet heading nowhere. But today, we're just continuing the things we've been doing before. So today is, I think this episode 11, episode 12. Keep losing count. Episode 12. And today I'd like to talk about common errors in love relationship. I just speak about two today. There are a lot of them. And there was something I posted earlier on Facebook. And I said that a lot of errors in relationships can be avoided. They are avoidable. But are there ones that is unavoidable? I'm still waiting for answers. But I believe that a lot of errors that we make in relationship could be avoided. Yes, it could be avoided. Let me just run through what I have today briefly so that you can ask your questions, or you can bring the rejoinder, or you might not even agree with whatever I'm going to say. You don't have to agree. I mean, we are here to rub mess together. Okay, what is error, or what are errors? Errors are mishaps, something that did not turn out the way you expect to turn out because you made a mistake, you were too fast, or you were too slow, or you didn't come out timely, or you didn't do what you needed to do at the exact time, or you didn't just do something, didn't go right. Yeah, something went awry, or there's a shipwreck. There's something. Something not interesting. Love relationship can be it's a ship. I'm going to talk about that one day. Love relationship is a ship. It's a ship on icy. Love relationship, but it can also be love relation sink. That love relationship can also become love relation sink. Love is still there, but one is still at the ship level. One has gone under. And why did it go under? Why do ships sink? Ships sink for several reasons. Might be because of bad climate, might be because of a poor captain who didn't know how to read the signs, or might eat an iceberg, or many things can happen to a ship for you to sink. So I'm just going to talk about a few things today. Number one, I'm going to talk about the error of perception. And that's a key thing in mistake that people make in relationship. Error of perception. What is beautiful is good. It could be an error of perception, because not everything that is beautiful is good, and not everything that is good actually appears beautiful. So when it comes to love relationship, you just met this guy. This guy is heavily worded, handsome guy, pointed nose, speaks very fine phonetic English, he's speaking good phone, he treats you right, he opens the door for you. I'm trying to connect. Okay, I think I'm back. I'm back. All right. So I was saying that sometimes we think what is beautiful is good, and this guy is doing well, or this babe looks so cool, looks so calm and collected, and I think this is somebody for me, where it could be error in perception. The same way, who does not even know, probably doesn't even know how to approach a lady the way you want to be approached, and he just went straight to the point. He didn't do any perambulation. It wasn't as touch as you expect him to be, and you perceive that you just the way you look at him, you concluded that no, come on, this can't be my guy. Excuse me, my guy should be able to know how to toast a lady, should be able to speak good English, should be able to. Might be making a mistake thinking that because the guy couldn't speak, not that he can't speak at all. And nobody say I thought I'm beautiful. Those are things that we need to look, because sometimes you define this thing subjectively. My network is trying to mess up this evening. I think I'm going to stay with. Okay, man. Okay, network is it doesn't seem to be cooperating today, but let's try. Let's see. Okay, so I was saying that how do you define beautiful? How do you define this is beautiful? How do you define that something is good? Is it a subjective definition, or you have, I mean, or is it acceptable? Is it the norm? Is it the norm? So how do you define that? What is your subjective meaning of good? What's your subjective meaning of is beautiful? Then what level of scrutiny do you have you subjected your perception to, or your opinion? Do you take second opinion? Do you sit down quietly and reason with yourself and be objective enough to find out if there's a problem about what you are celebrating? A lot of time what you are celebrating, you know what you're celebrating is you're celebrating rubbish, but because you say you don't want to accept that people could have any say in what you want to do, so you don't want to agree. Say no, 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 no. Whatever. That's how I like it, and that's how I like it. That's what I want. That's how I want it to be done. Well, you might be making a mistake. Might be making a mistake in terms of perception. Who are your reference points? Who are your reference points? Who are your heroes? Who are your models? Who are your patterns? Who are the people you pattern your life after? So that could affect your perception. Sometimes, I mean, these days you just open your Facebook or open whatever, you see a manner of funny things there. People that have photoshopped their life and destiny, and they are presenting Photoshop life to you on social media, and you use that as standard for your perception of how love should be, and you use that same standard to judge things when it comes to you. You might make a mistake. You should subject it to scrutiny, and you should check the people that you are celebrating. Are you celebrating vanities with them, or there are realities in what they do? All right, that's by the way. My time is going. Second one I'm going to mention today is error of assumption. Error of assumption. Assuming that people should treat me right because I treat everybody right. That's an error of assumption. Because you are treating people right does not mean people should treat you right. You have to be smart. Something here, your number 6 and 7 must be blinking very well. Or else you assume that because you are nice, people should be nice to you. Is an error. Love should work out for me because I have good intention. Psh. Good intention does not guarantee a relationship that good will function. Good intention does not guarantee safety when it comes to love relationship. In fact, to many things. You have a good intention. You must be sure that that person also has good intentions. You must be streetwise enough to know that the other person has a good intention. Because your own good intention is not enough to make the relationship work, neither will it make the marriage work. Oh, I met him in church. He should be a child of God. See you. Nadia you did. Because you met him in church does not mean he's going to be a child of God. Even you that you are in church, are you a child of God? You need to find out. You understand? You must also prove yourself so that you can prove other people. Lions should not eat me because I don't eat lions. Foul. That is an error of assumption. You don't eat lions does not mean other lions will not gather and tear you into shreds. You don't eat lions, that's your business. But they want to eat you. So when you go into a love relationship, be emotional, be logical, go with your heart, but don't forget your logic. Don't forget your brain at home. You don't. When they say people fall in love, I jokingly say, you fall in love, they got to trample on you. The Bible says we should walk in love. You walk. Your 2 feet are right there, standing firm, so that you don't assume nonsense. You don't perceive something that will not function for you, and your mouth is not closed, because a closed mouth, na closed destiny be. So when you enter love relationship, your eyes must be shining. I'm not saying you should be running a CIA situation around the person you are dating or whatever. No, but don't let your emotion, your mind excuse every wrong thing that you see. or you perceive, just assume like that. Somebody told you that he's from this and this, and his father is this and this, and then he has plans and whatever, and you take it hook, line, and sinker. No, make your own verification. If you don't verify it, if something crash at the end of the day, it will become a story of relationship, relation sink. Relation can be a ship on the high sea. It can also be a relationship that will sink. Boat can sink. Ships can sink. It depends on so many things. So those are the two errors I'm going to mention today. When I come your way again on Wednesday, I'm going to mention more on that. Last time I came here, I spoke about parents are not always right when they reject their children marital choice, and a lot of things. I had a lot of things between that time and now. People are saying no, parents are always right. I don't believe they are always right, and they are not always wrong either. And I like to appreciate parents that are doing wonderfully for their children. Parents who have been training their children to take decision. Parents who are not waiting till the day that the child will bring a spouse, a potential spouse home, and that's when you begin to teach them about life. No, you should be teaching them right from when you give birth to them. I appreciate parents who are doing positive things, who are making ends, who are treating their children right, who are giving them say, who are training them to be leaders of tomorrow by giving them an opportunity to express themselves. I doff my cap for parents like that. And for parents who still insist on using Mongo Park parenting theory in 21st century, you need to wake up. Mongo Park Lolugat something doesn't work again. The way your grandmother or your grandfather treated you is not the way you treat people in 21st century. You need to change your strategies, or else you will not get results. And when you don't get results, you get frustrated, and you can't blame Satan for everything. You understand? God has given us all that pertains to life and godliness. He has given us something in this brain to adapt to situation, to adapt to new thinking. And I keep saying this, that if you are not learning, and you are not learning, and you are not unlearning what wrong things you have learned, you are not going to go anywhere. It's not about age. Methuselah was 969 years, and what did he do? What did he do? So it's not about how old we are. It's about how young we are at heart to keep learning, how eager we are to keep learning. So I'd like to round off now. It's already 15 minutes. I think that's enough for today. So we've spoken about errors of perception and errors of assumption. So let's think about these few ones, and then we'll come back again, and then we keep talking about it. You can put your comment if you have anything you want to complain about or any observation, or you can add your comment. I'd like to appreciate everyone who's online with me today. Kunle Adeniyi, Divine, George Will, Jenny Avura from Wari, Ben Okon, Sholala Mdun, that's from Ibadan, Ima Ude. Thank you very much. I'd like to come your way again. This is Jeff 316, Jeff Ulagwimga. Don't forget that I help people fix their relationship. That's part of this thing that I do. So if you really need to, you can chat me up, you can direct message me, or you can just put a comment here, and I'm going to find you out if you really need to see me. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye-bye. Good night.